America is not a democracy. It's a democrazy. You know, it's just one letter difference, but isn't that so true? Things have gotten so crazy. I know some of you are so disgusted with what's happening in politics, you don't even want to read the paper, you don't want to go on social media. It's just story after story. It's fake news, maybe. Can you even believe it? It's one side trying to make the other side look terrible. It's explosive discussions over a Mother's Day brunch or a Christmas dinner about immigration or gender or politics. It's just crazy. And that's why I love the Bible. The New Testament was written at a time when politics were crazy, when the Roman Empire was not necessarily known for being good to its citizens. And that's why in chapter 13 of the book of Romans, the Apostle Paul wrote really distinct and specific instructions for Christians about submitting to authorities, about respecting those who govern us, even if they're far from perfect. But you know what Paul said right after that section was done? Romans chapter 13, verse 8. He said, "Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another." Now, isn't that perfect timing? In the midst of all the craziness, when you can't stand your ultra-democratic brother-in-law, remember the debt you have to love one another. When you're so confused by Republican politics and it just makes you want to scream, remember the continuing debt to love one another. We could be absolutely right about our politics, but if we're not righteous, if we're not loving, it means so little to God. 250 years ago, Pastor John Wesley lived in the midst of a crazy political time too. And as he spoke with people who were going to vote, he gave them this advice. Wesley said, "I met with those of our society who had votes in the ensuing election, and I advised them, 1, to vote for the person they judged most worthy, 2, to speak no evil of the person they voted against, and 3, to take care that their spirits were not sharpened against those that voted on the other side." Well said, John Wesley. Because Christian love loves to reach across the aisle. Do you have spiritual questions about the Bible, about our world, about your faith? Are you carrying a burden that just seems too much as you go through life day by day and minute by minute? Or do you just need some encouragement with God's grace, reminding you each day that you are loved because of what Jesus did on the cross? If so, can I encourage you to go to our website, yourtimeofgrace.org. There you'll find hundreds and hundreds of videos on dozens and dozens of topics, just the right word at just the right time to keep you strong in your faith.